This tutorial is all about building materials, materials which are used for construction, where they come from and how they're used and how they're processed. You'll see various materials used in these Nottingham buildings. We have glass and steel, we have stone, we have concrete and brick, and again glass, brick and metals. You need to know a little about some of the rocks which are used in the construction of building and roads. One such rock used in construction here on the right in the Market Square in Nottingham is granite. Granite is an igneous rock. We can see limestone here. Limestone is often used for flooring in bathrooms and kitchens. It's also used for the facing of buildings, and when it's crushed up it's used as a sort of ballast for the railway industry. Limestone is a sedimentary rock. Marble, a metamorphic rock made when limestone is put under intense heat and pressure deep underground, is used in many buildings, here in the Taj Mahal and in a bank building in America. Marble's also used for things like fireplaces and the floors in hotels. Aggregates are small stones or gravel which are mixed in with cement and sand to make concrete. You also need to relate where various materials derive from. For example, various metals, brick and glass. Aluminium and iron aren't found as the metals in the ground. Instead, they're found in compounds locked into rocks. These rocks are called ores. They contain minerals containing, in this case, the metal oxide. We need to extract those metals from those ores in order to make the useful metals. Brick is made from clay, and clay can be dug out of the ground. Glass is made largely from sand, along with some other chemicals. Both of these raw materials come from the ground, from the Earth's crust. Look at the picture of the football clubhouse and barriers. Write down the names of two construction materials used in making buildings. So we might say, for example, glass and limestone, although there are various choices that you could make. The clubhouse has been painted. Why has the clubhouse been painted? Well, partly to make it look attractive, and partly to protect the metal or wood. Here are the answers to those questions, and as predicted, there are plenty of choices of building materials that you could mention in that first of the two questions. Next, we turn our attention to rocks which are used as the rock in the construction industry, namely limestone, marble and granite, and also some of the issues involved in mining for rocks, particularly issues to do with landscape being destroyed and increased noise, traffic and dust, which upsets local people. The easiest way to compare the hardness of three rocks is to take small pieces and scratch each of the rocks with each other rock. When you do this, you find that granite, which is the igneous rock here, is the hardest, followed by marble, which is the metamorphic rock, and the softest is limestone, which is the sedimentary rock. You need to know this order of hardness. Limestone and other rocks are quarried out of the ground. That means they're dug out of the surface of the crust. When this is done, it destroys the landscape and leaves scars which are unsightly. Local people don't like this. There's also increased noise from, for example, the explosions needed in order to force the rock out of the quarry, and also the dust and the traffic caused by the lorries coming to and from the quarry. We're next going to look at two particular rocks, limestone and marble. They're both forms of the same chemical, calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Limestone is quarried in large quantities in Britain for the building industry, and quite a lot of that limestone is processed by heating it at high temperatures to make it into lime. We can show that process by heating a chip of limestone or marble. It's heated on a gauze for about 15 minutes and then allowed to cool. Originally, this piece of limestone wouldn't react with water, but once it's been heated and cooled, it reacts quite vigorously with water because it's actually changed its form. It's become calcium oxide or lime, and lime has a very exothermic reaction with water. What we cannot see is that when the chip is being heated up, it's losing a gas. It's losing carbon dioxide. When limestone is heated strongly, it breaks down into two parts, quicklime, or calcium oxide, and carbon dioxide. This kind of reaction is called thermal decomposition. It's a reaction in which, when heated, one substance chemically changes into at least two new substances. Pete and Sally investigate marble and limestone. Limestone and marble both have the formula CaCO3. What's the chemical name for these two rocks? It's calcium carbonate. Limestone and marble are both building materials. Write down the name of one other building material. Let's say, for example, glass. Sally heats some limestone. A gas is made. Write down the name of this gas. The gas is carbon dioxide. And when limestone is heated, thermal decomposition happens. What is thermal decomposition? This is when one substance breaks down to two or more substances when heated. I have to say that when heated bit. Here are the answers to those questions. Predictably, again, plenty of choices of construction materials that you can name. Any sensible choice is fine. And this idea of thermal decomposition being the breaking down of a substance using heat.